Hey, welcome to Chicago High School Football Legends. Hey, what's up, Mike? How you doing, man?
What's going on? What's going on?
All right, yeah, we just went live. I hate that I popped you on so quick like that. Yeah. Hey, I know you know our guest that we have on tonight, Coach Carl Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be our guest tonight. You know that this is one of those schools that try to, that battle with Julian, right? As far as who the best.
Nah, nobody battle with us. Not back then. Like Ric Flair say, all of you could be next.
Yeah, so hey, when we talk about Chicago High School Football Legends, I will say the schools that I have to take my hats off as far as being great football programs is Simeon, Julian, and for a while you had Hubbard in there competing. I think Morgan Park. Mike, you would know better than me. I know because you ref these games. What other programs that have been on the upswing the last? I guess Phillips was good for.
Yeah. Well, back in you still had the Robesons, the CVSs. Um, and you had a lot of different programs that were particularly hot at one time. Like you said, you had the Hubbards, the Morgan Parks, the Simeons. That's more your 2000 era. Um, you had Rocky Harvey with Dunbar in the late
Yeah.
90s era. So you got a ton of people. It's like schools were hot in eras, but Simeon maintained it and kept it going for year
Okay.
after year after year.
Okay. Hey,
Well,
so
except during the 80s, they were all right. We got the hardware to prove it, but that's
so hey, Mike, I know shortage of words, so we're gonna bring Coach Carl Williams on to defend his position. Hey, welcome to the show.
Hey man, I ain't gonna sit
oh,
up here defending. I ain't gonna be defending no nonsense from Mike.
stranger danger, stranger danger.
I
What's up,
ain't
man?
gonna be What's going on now? What's going on? How we doing?
All right. Hey, how you doing today, Coach?
Man, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Okay. Hey, man, I'm so happy to have you on, man. I know we had a brief conversation a couple of weeks ago, and so far this is episode number 6 as far as Chicago High School Football Legend. The beautiful thing about this right now, we kind of been on a segment of between 82 and 85, actually, well, 81 to 85 as far as the people who have been on this program. So you connecting here in a very unique and beautiful way. So I'm gonna start from where we kind of left off the segment into you. In 1981, no, sorry, 82, Simeon beat my team. I played for Lumblon. Y'all beat us in the first round in the playoff. And the thing I was kind of surprised about it is because if my memory is correct, Simeon had been in the blue division for a while. In the late 70s. Maybe I'm incorrect. Am I correct? I think
well,
Simeon.
well, well. Around that time, they had emerged out of the baby bowl. Back in 70, 79, 80 season.
Okay.
That's when they played Julian for the city championship. So I think they had been out of there for at least a couple of years, before that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Simeon was starting to come on right as I was just graduating out of high school. Like I said, I know Simeon had been in the blue for a few years, and y'all put a nice little spanking on us. So here you come in 82 for Simeon. I mean, did you play Fossall or you went straight to varsity?
Well, put it this way. When I came in at Simeon in 1982, like I said before, I was a guppy trying not to get eaten.
Okay.
So, the fact that it was only 5 freshmen that made the sophomore team, and freshman football wasn't even around at that time. So we had 100 guys that would come to practice every day that wasn't able to even dress. You know, so we had 100 guys go to practice every day, wasn't able to dress, and only 5 freshmen made the frost-off team. And the frost-off team, we beat some varsities out there. You know, so yeah, it was definitely I realized what athletes look like, and I didn't look like them. I didn't look like none of them.
So what position?
Hey, listen. Hey, that's why I had to get smart at this game. I had to use my brain. I couldn't use my body. My body wasn't doing nothing.
What position were you playing, Coach? Your freshman year?
They tried me, you know, because I had never played no organized ball. They tried me at defensive line, you know, and when I got in that 4-point stance and I looked up at them Giants, I was like, nah, I don't want no part of that. You know, and then they put me at inside linebacker and everything, and once again it was a situation of just me being overwhelmed. You know, never playing the game at a high level before. When they put me out of outside linebacker, I found home, and I started chasing quarterbacks all around the city from that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So had you played football prior to that? You know, I'm talking about like street ball or anything.
Oh yeah, man. You know we played street ball.
Okay.
Come on now. There wasn't nothing else to do.
Right. So what neighborhood were you playing street ball in?
Oh wow, Inglewood.
Okay.
I was right there on 71st and Damon. So it was 71st and Damon right there in the heart of Inglewood, and it would be us, the Damon Sealy Horn group, going against the Winchester Woods Honorary group. I think I had that Horn and the Honorary mixed up, but anyway, you know, the kids over there at Moray Park, you know, between basketball and football and baseball, it was always a battle between us. You know, it was either a battle like that or a battle that gang stuff. We chose to battle in sports.
Okay. Hey, Mike. Hey, what did you play street ball at, Mike, or did you play organized ball?
Man, I played in a couple places. So I'm from the Roseland area. So you know, but I played with the guys off of like 126 and Airbrook. But I played down in the 11th Valley most of the time, down on 112th in Airbrook. So I played with the Palmer Park Eagles and all of that. But you get your team to play against the other guys. And I always played against the older fellas. That's why I got that nickname Quick, because you better run. They coming to hit you.
Okay. Hey, so Coach, back to you. So your freshman year playing on the football team, do you remember what y'all record was that year?
Woo! What do you mean? You mean the varsity's record, or the varsity's record, or the
whichever one you was on your freshman year? Whichever one you was on your freshman year.
We were undefeated that year.
Okay.
We were undefeated. We were undefeated that year, and we were undefeated that year, and the big game was us against CVS. You know. Wow. Yeah, the big game. The big game.
Somebody watching the show trying to call in live. That's
right.
Exactly. Wow. Go ahead. Go. Hey, Mike, talk to Mike for a second, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll put you on mute for a minute, Coach. Yeah. So Mike, you know, that's the interesting thing about football, that everybody had these teams, right? And you know, they was really kind of like unofficial leagues, right, where you kind of played this team, and then I guess the funny thing was teams were by blocks, right? So the blocks had some kind of whatever marquee name with it. Yeah. Like I said, my ours was called the Parnell Chargers. Do you remember what y'all's was called?
No, because I played for so many different because on our block we didn't have a lot of. I think we might have had 4 guys on our block, and then because everybody else was real young, and so I ended up playing. Like I said, I ended up playing with the older kids, and so we would play at Roseland Little League up here and just play play a game out there.
Okay.
we were playing over here on the next block in somebody's backyard. This guy had a huge backyard. We'd be playing over there, but you know, I played on a couple different teams.
Okay.
I guess I was a ringer. I don't know.
Yeah, coach, you may have to put it on. You may have to put it on.
Don't worry about it. I'm turning it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, coach, so y'all have an undefeated season your freshman year.
Yeah, we yeah.
It looked like you froze for a second.
He froze for a second. Yep.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good wake up call for me, you know, because our quarterback Prince Cedric Phillips and everything, you know, he was a great leader. You know, it was almost like playing with an adult, and he's literally a kid with us, you know, and he wasn't the biggest guy, you know, but he had a distinct voice, and you know, you rallied to what he said do, you know. Later on, when I was a junior, starting on the offensive line and everything, you know, hey man, calm down and just do your job. You'll be fine. Calm down, you know. And I'm like, okay, Prince, you said it, I'm gonna do it, you know. And so, you know, you get around people that know how to lead men, you know. That's in the game of football. That's almost more important than talent sometimes.
Okay, so coach, now 1983, it looks like to me, Simeon, if I got my records right, Simeon is kicking tail, which is your sophomore year. Y'all kicking tail.
Yeah,
y'all end up in the public league championship.
Yeah.
Maybe it may have been y'all first appearance there. You know, as far as
no, that was appearance too.
Okay.
Yeah, that was appearance too. Yeah, that was like I said, that was Prince. That was Cedric Phillips. That was his junior year.
Okay.
That year, and you know, he just he took it to the house. We had some great football players on that team. Great football players. Some amazing tight end. Gee whiz, I can't remember his name. But anyway, we had an amazing tight end. He ended up playing for a team in Kansas or something like that. We had Earl Peebles. Earl Peebles was the senior that year. Amazing. Always smiling. Nothing ever bothered him, but he would clean your clock.
Okay.
You know. We had Cedric Tolbert on that team. Another guy, nothing bothered him. You know, he was from over there in the Robert Taylor homes. You know, nothing bothered him. Nothing bothered him. You know, the gangbangers walking down the street, you know, blowing smoke and beating their chests, and you know, he looked at them like, yeah, okay.
Okay.
You know? Yeah, all right. You know, and let everybody know, hey, we run this, you know. So
yeah. Hey, Coach, let me pull something up right here. Oh.
Nah. Little bit of hardware. Little bit of hardware. That's all.
A little hardware, Coach. I see you
look
like you hold both of you and the other coach. Who's the other coach?
That's Thurman Peters.
Okay.
Better known, AKA Thermo.
Thermo. Okay.
like
both of y'all holding two different trophies. I got you down, Coach. Let me read your resume right quick. Coach Carl Williams Sr., Simeon High School. Matter of fact, you played for Simeon Vocational. I know it's now Simeon Career Academy. I have you at 36 years coaching. Wow. Man, it's people watching this broadcast. Many 36 years old. And man, hey, Coach, man, you know, I want to jump a little ahead. My last sentence on here, Coach, I had to take my hats off to you. I was doing some research on you, and it looked like earlier this year, you were selected and inducted into the Illinois High School Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man. Once again, just hold on. Just a little bit of hardware. That's all. Just a little bit of hardware. That's all.
Yes,
gotta find some place on the wall for it, but just a little bit of hardware. Yeah.
So we're gonna come back to your coaching career. We're gonna kind of go. We're gonna go through some of your playing career as far as a player. So you said that y'all made an appearance before 83, but 83
Yeah.
I have.
We played, like I say, we were there.
Must have been 82.
No. It was 79, 80.
79, 80. Okay.
79, 80 was the first appearance in the city championship.
Okay.
After that was the 82, 83 season.
Okay.
Is our second appearance when we won that one.
Okay.
Yeah, man, we won that one. And like I said, I was a complete guppy. Rephrase. 82, 83. No, 83, 84. Excuse me. 83, 84 season. 83, 84 season. Let me get that right, because somebody gonna pin me to the wall if I get it wrong.
Yeah, because you got a Julian guy on here, and it was the Julian Invitational in the 80s.
Yeah. No, hey man, hey, that's fine. But that day, okay, in 1983, Julian was looking for somebody, and we said, "Hello, is it me you're looking for?"
Hey, even the blind squirrel can find one nut.
hey, and then Givens, as he ran his 3 touchdowns, said, "I can see it in your eyes." We had the amazing part about that group, we had an amazing group of running backs with that group of kids. We had 4 starting running backs if they had went to anywhere. Mm-hmm. We had 4 starting running backs that went anywhere. We had Givens, we had Earl Peebles, we had Cedric Talbert, and we had Vernell Edwards.
Okay.
Vernell Edwards was 6'3". Okay. This dude was so strong. I think I don't know, I forget what country he was from. Because he used to come to school all the way from the north side. Okay. And he had to go back home during off-season training. And Coach Scott said, "That's fine. If you can come back in shape, I'm good with you, And he showed up one day at the workouts after coming back during the summer. And then Coach Scott said, "Show me what you can do." This dude went and grabbed that rope and went up with no legs. Mm. Okay. Touch the top. Came back down. I'm like, oh man. Hey, I better get smart at this game, because being physical about it ain't it.
Right.
That so, there is different.
Right. So, Coach, y'all win the city championship in 83.
Yes. 83, 84 season.
Mike then jumped on in 84. My guest from episode 2 was Coach Ed Junkins. Uh-huh. Coach Ed Junkins said he played for Julian at that time. Julian won the city championship the next year.
Okay.
They had a running back. I can't think his name. Mike, you may know his name. This guy was averaging 15 yards a pop.
You say 15 yards a pop?
Yeah. You remember the guy that was the running back, Mike, in 84, 85?
Man, which one? Because like 84, 85, that was the team that had the Smurfs on there with Squeaky.
Okay.
Squeaky and Wesley Yates was on that team.
Okay.
Every Steven group is called the Smurfs. I'm trying to think who that
his name will come to me sometime before the broadcast. So anyway, my point is, Coach, I mean you got an 82 season, you had a Robeson team that goes to the state finals.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost to, I think, Rockford.
Yeah.
And then you got Julian and Simeon, man, y'all battling it out between, well, the 3 of y'all really, y'all all battling it out.
Yeah.
And I can remember that there was the opening of the season sometime would be during that time was Julian versus Robinson.
Right.
I mean, that was like the season opener. But anyway, I some of the schools like y'all was so legendary that I knew the coach names, right? Even though I went to another school, I knew Coach name. I knew Coach Roy Curry. I knew Coach J. Dub Smith, right? Them coaches, I knew them like I had went to school there, right? I mean, I admired those guys. I was like, man, these guys know what they're doing because y'all was producing football factories. And coach, I want to look at this run real quick, man. I have Simeon. If you may throw some more years in here, if I miss some, I have public league champion Simeon, 1983, 1986, 2000, 2003, 2009, 2011, 2016, 2019. I think 2022. I have Simeon winning the Prep Bowl 2013, 2016, 2017. But I will say, they said the second winningest head coach was Coach Al Scott. Who's number one?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm asking you.
Hey, man, the only man that matters is Al Scott. What you talking about? Nobody cares about who the other guy is.
Hey, hold on now. Hold on. Stop right now. Stop it right now. That's not the only guy that matters, man. Listen.
Hey, man.
And Carl, you know this. And,
hey, man, you know Big Daddy Al, the only one that matters, man.
No. Listen. As I got older, as you would come up, you would have thought Coach Smith and Coach Scott hated each other, but they was all boys.
Oh yeah,
it was all Kappas. All
the you know what? Hey, that was the Goose Us. All that right there was the Goose Us. Okay, and they go meet up and have a drink.
Yeah, they got us all riled up, and they at the bar. You better get out there, and you better. And they over there. Look at these fools. Oh, yeah. I didn't even realize after I left school, they was all Kappas. They was all new. All of them. They was all new back then.
Yeah, Coach. We're gonna wrap up your playing days and move to your coaching career, but I do have a couple more questions about your playing days.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we had talked about you chasing the quarterback. I mean, what quarterback that you remember that when you sacked him, you just like, yeah, I got him.
Well, you know what? It's funny. It's funny. Mike mentioned Squeaky because I was rushing the quarterback. It was Squeaky's job to block me. And I mean, you have things go on all the time while you're playing. For whatever reason, I wasn't given 300%, and I went rushing the quarterback and Squeaky gave me a little chuck and on my way walking back to the huddle and everything, he was like, man, you ain't nothing. Like that. That's what Squeaky said. I turned around, I said, oh yeah. From there, I think I got him about 2 times that game. Okay. I got him 2 times that game, and another one, James Brown. I used to chase him. Around and everything. Used to be a finger, all the other schools, man, I can't even remember who was at CBS, or even Robeson to that extent. I remember I had 3 sacks against Robeson. Okay. I had 3 sacks in my junior year against Robeson and 8 solo tackles. And some shenanigans went on the field with one of their coaches and players, and I just leave that right there. And I was like, oh man, I feel so bad because that kid had to deal with that because I was doing my job. I just know when I came to the sidelines that I saw a smile on Coach Scott's face that I didn't normally see. So that's all that matters.
Hey, so if you're out there watching us live tonight on Chicago High School Football Legends, we're interviewing the great coach Carl Williams Sr., who's currently coaching at Simeon. Hit the subscribe button to support this program. That button right at the bottom, it's probably red on YouTube. Hit subscribe so you can catch the next upcoming programs. I believe our next program is next Friday with Pat Bryant, and ironically, you mentioned Robeson. So it's Pat Bryant or Robeson, who was I want to say he was a linebacker, and he played from 83, I think, to 86. So man, this is so.
Oh yeah, that means we got busy.
Yeah. So
that means we got busy right there.
I'm gonna ask him about it. Hey, Mike, you have anything?
No, not really. you know, I've known Carl for man,
long time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, we talking like over 20 years.
Okay.
And, I do know the hard work that he puts in with the student athletes. He played a little bit before me, but you know, you know who's who when you walk around in the circle, you know.
Okay.
Because iron sharpens iron, and so all the iron kind of clicks together when we all at the football stadiums and everything. If you wasn't one of them guys, you don't kind of hang in those circles. You know, you like, they'd be like, "Hey, who you play for? What did you do?" Like, and it's crazy because we talked about some of the greatest coaches, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And back then, it was like if you didn't play for one of them guys, it's like
exactly.
You weren't playing real football. You go over there.
Yeah.
Right.
So if it wasn't Smith, Scott, Lewis, Curry, okay. I mean, hey, if it wasn't hanging out with that, like, hold on, bro.
Right.
You ain't in this conversation.
Right. hey, Coach. So, did you play any college ball after?
No, sir. No, sir. I left high school and started working, and eventually ended up in the trade that I trained for in high school. I ended up doing sheet metal for Local 73 sheet metal for 25 years.
Okay. Hey, you know what? I want to give a shout out to one of your teammates and one of my frat brothers, Roderick Gray. What's up, Rod? Rod, matter of fact, I'm gonna think of some of the guys I played against on Simeon that actually either I know him from
hey, Rod Gray, that's what we say. Right side, strong side.
Nice.
Hey, Lanier, my thing was, hey, God, if they try to get outside me, I'm turning it back into you. You better blow it up.
Okay.
Better blow it. Hey, I got a great story. Here's a great story. Here's a great Rod Gray story. Okay. So we played against St. Rita at the old stadium over there on 63rd in Western, near Western. And man, they had a now mind you, I was 192 pounds soaking wet. And I'm on kickoff running down, and they had a 275 pound defensive lineman on their team coming down the field, man. Oh man, that boy got the best of me big time, man. And he got the best of me big time. I was like, Rod, he got my number, Rod. He got my number, man. I need you, Rod. We got to switch, you know. We made that switch, and Rod went over there, and he didn't see, because he was expecting me and everything, and he didn't see Rod, and Rod come right on the side of him and said, got him real good. Like, I'm like, okay, well, man, we had to make a switch because I was in trouble. Hey, man, one of the main things you got to understand about this game is that you got to know when your chips are down, where you can get some help from. You know, you got to know when your chips are down, where you can get some help from, you know. Yeah. But and that goes for all levels, you know.
Yeah,
that goes for all levels.
Hey, Coach. Also, I want to ask you this, since you brought that up. One of our guests talked about that nutcracker drill. What was your feelings on the nutcracker drill as a player?
Nutcracker. It all depends on what you consider to be nutcracker drill. I mean, a drill like that got various, you know, explanations depending on who you're talking to. So right. I couldn't answer it according to what that person might think it was. I personally, I'm not a fan. You know, I'm not a fan. You know, because I feel that at times, you know, there could be a chance of injury, which you just don't need. You know, you just don't need a chance of injury. So what I've seen over the years, especially even with us, you know, more of a closer situation and more of a quicker whistle. with anything, because just to cut down on the injury, because you just don't want to see a kid, get a tweak in his neck or something along that line, trying to come at somebody from 4-5 steps away, because as you increase that speed, you increase that, the whole dynamics of the collision, and you just, it don't serve the purpose, other than kids that are stronger to look at the kids that are weaker and go, I'm stronger than you. Whether it's a senior that's weaker and a freshman that's stronger, or vice versa, you don't get nothing out of that, because
yes. Oh, I see that because I coach myself youth football for 6 years, and I saw it different as a coach than what I saw it as a player. As a player, I saw it as, hey, you know what I mean? That was what we was cheering it on, and
let's go, boy.
Then you saw some players that was like, man, I don't want no part of that drill, right? They trying to get out the line or some kind of
Yes, sir. Right. Hey, you know what? Now listen, hey, it's funny you say that, because, hey, bro, I ain't had no problem with telling the truth. Okay, the truth is the truth. Okay, so here we are. We wasn't going through no nutcracker drill, but I did have issues with a stinger in my neck, and I happened to be going in the drill. With Bill Johnson. Okay, we talked. Bill Johnson, Michigan State. Bill Johnson, Pittsburgh Steelers. Bill Johnson, New York Jets. Okay.
Okay.
and for the time from his freshman year or somewhere, this freshman year. From his freshman year to coming up to the middle of his junior year, yes, I had that number. Come here, little boy. Yes, you're bigger. Yes, you're 6'4". Yes, you almost. No, he wasn't 3. Now he was 270 something or something like that. Yes, you're 270 something. But I'm getting ready to hand you this L. Okay, man. That dude caught me in practice, man, and my neck tweaked. And they like, they was like, come on, Carl, get back in there. Hey, man, I am done. You can find somebody else to go with that giant. It's not gonna be me.
Right.
I ain't got nothing to prove. Okay, I got the sacks that I've been getting. I make the blocks that I'm supposed to make. Okay, but as far as going in this drill and me and this guy, nah, nah.
Wait, I'm bad. God, I played receiver, so it was really done for me to be in there.
All right. Hey, let's bring this up here, Coach. Okay, hey, you get a chance to coach. Now you coaching at your automata, Simeon.
Wow.
I got Greg.
What you got there?
So look like that first one probably who's that Juice. It's like that's Juice Williams playing for Juice played at Simeon, right?
No, Juice played for CVS.
Oh, I played for CVS, so my father got an error on my slide.
Yeah. No. But that was he was a great player. He was a great high school kid. Okay. I love watching that child. He was a great high school kid. He had some knuckleheads around him. That's all right. Sometimes he got to be that way. But he was a great leader and a great high school player, and he had a really good collegiate years also.
Okay. Hey, do you remember who number 3 is? I know that's kind of like a
who that
look like Cadillac. That look like Cadillac.
Is that Lucky Lack? Let's see what we got here. You messing with me because on my little phone it's a little small.
It's a little small. Okay. It looked like he a quarterback the way he's
is that
might be Cadillac or John.
Okay.
That's a good question. I wonder. It looked a little bit too long to be Cadillac.
Okay.
Yeah. Interesting.
Then we got number 7. That looked like that's recent years. I'm looking at the uniform.
Yeah, that's that right there. He played cornerback. Yeah, okay. He played cornerback. We spent more time fussing at each other.
Okay. And I believe number 77 is Kendall Moore. Is that correct?
That's right. That's that
Okay.
boy Kendall Moore. That's that boy who didn't catch not one pass in high school. Went to college and said, "Give me the ball. Give me the ball."
Yeah, I like to send a shout out to his father, Kendall Moore, who actually is my fraternity brother from Western Illinois. Kendall, his father actually was I'm scheduling him for an interview. I know he has a show on WVON on Friday. He's probably going on right now. Yep. Hey, so let's move to the next slide. Man, Coach, what we have here. Man.
Okay.
You know, I don't know why I move that S to the separate line. When I look at it, it's on the same line, but when it come online, it keeps moving that S to the second line. It looks like a 5, but it's champion.
Yeah, this is the city championship, I believe. Yeah, this is the city championship with my guy, Jose holding the plaque. Yeah, that's good stuff right there, man. That's the city championship this past season.
Okay,
2022.
Morgan Park.
Gee whiz. Did we play? We played MP? Come on, don't mess with me, man. You messing with me now.
Play Taft.
There you go. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, listen here. We played Taft, man, and they didn't give it up easy, baby.
Not at all.
They didn't give it up easy.
Hey, let me go back real quick, Nutty, because you posted some of the players from Simeon.
Go back to that slide.
Yeah, but no, because really the players, Carlos coached players that's not even up here, like Jordan Diamond, Keefe, and Fabian, and all those guys. And those guys went big time college football. I mean, Jordan Diamond played at Auburn.
Okay.
Fabian was at University of Arizona.
Yeah.
He had them type guys. Those guys posted were his illegitimate kids.
Well, you know what? Hey, in all fairness, I've been handling so much with the team lately that I've been so busy. So in all fairness, that's my fault for not giving you that information.
But I got it. You know, I've been around for a long time. I got you. Don't worry about
it. You got JD on the picture?
No, I don't. But I'm saying, I was saying the picture that came up. I'm looking like, man, where's Jordan? Where's Fabian? Where's Stevie?
No. But listen, I can go back even further than that. You can go back to my time at Harper. You know, with the late with Charles. Yeah, with Charles. With Charles. A great young man. Charles Miles. Yeah, he was a great young person, and then coming behind him, Roland Martin. Yeah. You know, hey, here's the story on Roland Martin. I love telling this story. This is a great story. So the coach from Tennessee, the assistant head coach from Tennessee, come to Harper High School. They hear about we had a kid, you know, that played for us that they was recruiting. Okay, he come and I could see through the lunchroom doors where we were working out at. I could see the head coach and that coach coming through the doors. Okay, at this point, Roland is a sophomore, and they've been picking with him because he's just a big kid. Mm-hmm. He's a big 6'4", 330-pound kid, but he's a big kid. Okay. So I knew that Roland would respond to my voice. Okay. And I knew that John, the guy's kid's name was John, I knew he would respond to my voice also. So John was holding the bag, and that's who they was there to see. Okay. So I was like, down, said, like that, and Roland fired off that ball and drove John about 10 yards. His shoes went to the left, the bag went to the right. John shot about 5 yards from where Roland knocked him back to. At the same time, the coach from Tennessee was walking through the door. Hey man, he told Coach Lewis, hey man, hey, get him a GED. I'll take him right now. Get him a GED. I'll take him right now. Right. And you know, Coach Lloyd, no, you can't do that. No, you got to play for me. Yeah, that dog. Hey, that. So I mean, as far as like the kids that I had other kids that at that point that I had coached at Simeon that went a lot of HBCUs and what so have you, had great careers, great college careers, and are great statements in this world right now today. A lot of them are working for CBS and doing great. They doing great, man. It's wonderful to watch. It's wonderful to watch.
Hey, Coach, to be doing something 36 years that you love, you affected a whole lot of lives of individuals. Because for a lot of us in the Black community, our coaches were like our fathers sometimes if we didn't have a father at home. So I'm sure, like Coach Ed Junkins was talking about how, all the years he coached of people, the impact he's made on different individuals' life and how a lot of them still like call him, come by his house, see him, Coach. I mean, I know when I hear Coach Carl Williams is a Hall of Fame coach, I mean, something you earn, Coach. I mean,
hey man.
Yes,
hey, to God be the glory, man. To God be the glory. I tell you, listen, when it comes down to it, what you instill into people, to especially young people, what you instill into people around you is really what's going to matter. Okay. That's what's going to matter. I try not to become dad. I try not to become dad. I try not to even get even near to being uncle, but I do get across to them that there's a job that you signed up to do. Do it well, okay? Or get out the way and let somebody else do it. But I mean, and for a lot of our young people, understanding that fact can take them very far in the world when they realize that once you decide to do something, okay, then seek out the information to become the best at it, okay, and then put your that drive to learn with your drive to be the best, put it together, and great things are going to happen for you. Great things are going to happen for you.
That's awesome. Hey, Coach, also I was looking on the list the day you was inducted. I see a guy that I played against. We don't know each other personally, but Fabre Collins. I played against Fabre Collins. Matter of fact, I played against Mickey Pruitt as well. Matter of fact, me and Mickey played each other probably 3 times. We played in 81. Matter of fact, in 81, me and Mickey played against each other twice. And then again in 82. Unfortunately, I never won any games against Mickey Pruitt.
Don't worry about it. Around that time, a lot of people didn't win any games against Mickey Pruitt. But I will say this though, I had the luxury as a baby. My dad would because my sister was in basketball, so she was being courted by kids that went to Simeon, so she would come to Simeon. So my dad was in his forethought was like hey, let's go to this park. I didn't know where we was going. He knew that Simeon and Robeson was in Hamilton Park getting busy. Okay, so I was there with Fabre and Lamont Haynes and all these guys back in the day, like a little bobblehead doll, just looking up at them like, wow, that's what a real football player looks like. It was crazy. It was just amazing to see. And I mean, it's such a difference when you're a little bobblehead doll and Coach Scott just patting you on your head, hey there, little man, that type of deal. Then when it's time for you to go out there and do that work. When it's time for you to go out there and do that work, he expects for you to get that work.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Coach, I have a question. I mean, Simeon is an interesting school because not only were y'all good at football, y'all good at baseball, y'all good at basketball. I mean, like schools when they good at one of the sports. They not good in all three sports. How did y'all manage that? Because at least in the time we came up, a lot of us were such great athletes. We played multiple sports. How did you manage, guys?
Well, there's a YouTube a video. It starts with the administration. So it started with Mr. McCray. Mr. McCray just passed away this week. God rest his soul. Mr. McCray was a mild-mannered man that respected the work that coaches did, and Coach Scott set a certain standard. Coach Hambrick, in his own words, said that, hey, the football team set the standard. We like what the football team was getting into. We want some of that. They set another standard. Then Coach Franklin came behind that and said, hey, the basketball team, the football team set a standard. We like some of that. Give us some too. You know, so everybody wanted to have their piece of that success. You know, and you know, these guys were legends, unbelievable legends in the sports that they coached in. I can't even. I don't have enough words to even speak about any of them. They set a certain level of excellence. Okay, as Mr. McCray would say, we have a certain thing that we do here. We got the Simeon way. Okay.
I think Mike
we don't care what
about that. Man, he talking about the Simeon way. What about the Julian way, Mike?
No. Hold on. No, wait. We're gonna let Mike speak on that. But Mr. McCray said we got the Simeon way. No matter where you come from, no matter what your background is, no matter what kind of kid you are, we got the Simeon way. And you can come over here and eventually you will turn yourself into the Simeon way. You know, and
shout out to Coach Franklin. I just talked to Coach Franklin about 2 weeks ago.
Simeon Coach Franklin. Yeah, Coach Frank.
Oh man. Hey, Leroy. Hey.
Yeah, Coach, man. I mean, y'all had a lot of great football players, a lot of great basketball players. I mean, y'all had. I'm thinking about Derrick Rose on the basketball side.
Yeah.
What was the brother name? He played for Orlando Magic.
Oh, that's Nick Anderson. Yeah,
Nick Anderson. I mean,
yeah.
You know what's crazy? Because like I talk about Julian all the time, but like I said, you know I'm a person that knows the history of the league and kind of football, basketball, baseball, because I've watched different genres. And like, no, you know my cousin, and so I was going to the games back then and looking at all that other type of stuff, and just got kind of involved. And so now on the flip side with the officiating thing, it kept me into the game for a very long time. But a lot of people don't know, you know, I coached for a while before I even got into officiating. So that's how.
Yes, you did, Mike. Yes, you did.
So I've been around this game for a long time here in this city.
Yeah, Mike. Well, you know, we're doing an interview with you as soon as we get to the 90s. I'm just working my way through the 80s. But Coach, you know, it's like it's an awesome job that coaches do, and a lot of times us as observers don't realize this kind of sacrifice that men like you make, you know, to come and give that time to our coaches, the football team, and the example that y'all set in that relationship. And a lot of people who didn't play sports don't know how football has been for a lot of us, our motivation for different things. And I say for like myself, to see myself go from a guy who had never lifted weights and starting at maybe like 60 or 70 pounds on the bench press to go to 205, always use that as a motivation because it was football that, man, I said, man, if I could do this in football, right, I could do this in life, you know. So those lessons in football are lessons that I always reach back and use. And one other example, like I said, not to mention anything by myself, but just the motivation for football. I mean, this is a source of point for me. I just remember one point I was, riding the bench and I had opportunity to start on defense. And I told the coach, I said, no, I'll be starting before the season is over. So I'm going on offense. And he's like, it's like 6 guys in front of you. I said, but I'll be starting before the season over. And that, to see that happen, that's things that those lessons for people who never played sports don't realize, that guys like us who play sports, we reach and grab those stories. And those stories are a lot of times motivational for us, Coach. Anyway, Coach, I'm sorry. I guess
No. You good. You good. Okay. Now you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. Those type of stories is what you pull off of in life. As you go through life, it happens all the time. I remind the kids all the time on something that they might be facing. Just in the game. Hey, here we go. We're in practice. Hey, you just threw an interception. Come here, man. Why did you throw the interception? Oh, well, I was supposed to do this, but I didn't do that. I said, okay, so you didn't stay true to the information that you was given, correct? You okay? Hey, that's gonna happen in life. Stay true to the information so you don't have to throw an interception in life. So you always try to piggyback it to something that will help build them later on in life.
Okay.
Hey, I got a real funny story, Nutty. I don't know if you remember this, Carl, but last year, I think it was last year on the semi-pro game.
Oh,
I'm sitting there humming and singing the gospel song, and all of a sudden, I got a background singer, and it's Carl. I don't remember what song it was. Oh man, we got everybody looking at us like, what is wrong with these two Negroes? Singing. I mean, we singing loud. Yeah. I don't know.
Hey man, you can't be ashamed. We are not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Yes,
we are not.
Hey, Coach, so we gonna wrap up the show, and like I said, I want everybody who's watching, please share this podcast with somebody will enjoy this and be able to be part of the historical moment of we putting all this down as recorded history. Our guest, Coach Carl Williams, who's been coaching 36 years. That's amazing accomplishment. He had inducted into the Illinois Hall of Fame this year. Coach, do you have any parting words for maybe young football players or just people in life?
Yes, well, I would just say, first of all, to the parents, I over the years, just appreciate given the opportunity to help mold their child to another level. That's not something that's taken lightly. To future parents, whatever you instill into your child, we're going to build on what you instill into them. So the more you put into them, the higher we can build on top of it. The better the foundation, the higher we can build on top of them. But don't let the child without that foundation not get involved, because if we got to build the foundation, that's no problem. We'll help build that foundation. Okay. And then as long as the child has a foundation in the end, that's going to help him strive in life. It's going to help him strive in life. Yep.
Thank you so much. Hey, Mike, you had any parting words?
Hey, you notice I ain't say nothing about football.
Yes, sir. I noticed that.
All right.
I just want to congratulate Carl again, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. You've been a pillar, especially with our African American kids in our community, and pressing forward with football and just teaching them even just about life, man. And you know, I'm thankful for you. We sit down and we talk football and life, and we've had a many a talk in the parking lot at Gateway Stadium just about stuff in general. And
yes, sir.
You know, I appreciate you and congratulations.
Hey, to God be the glory, brother.
Yes, sir. Hey, so next week, same time, same channel. We'll be back with Pat Bryan of Robeson High School. And thank you again, Carl. Peace.